I'm Jeff Philbin, here same time every day with dinner ideas just for you. Today, we're triple dipping as we make handcrafted hummus and share how to use it 3 ways. With a crunchy fresh chickpea salad with some spicy sujac, which is meat, and it's delicious. That's all you need to know. And finally, rounded it out with a chicken pita. Here to help us get making this Mediterranean masterpiece of a meal is Chef Andrew Bolt, Chef de Cuisine at Bob and St. Pete. Welcome to the Dinner Diaz Kitchen.
Thank you very much for having us.
Oh, we're stoked to have you because today we're doing a homemade hummus and Chef Andrew is sharing 3 different dishes that you can use it in. And you were telling us before the show that your own hummus has actually ruined all other store-bought hummuses for you.
That is correct. I wish I could call it my hummus, but it's actually...
You can't. You just coined it right now. It is official right now. It is your hummus.
Fair enough.
So what do we got going on right here?
So this is going to be our roasted garlic and garlic oil that we're going to use for the hummus.
Nice. Okay, so that was just garlic cloves, a little bit of olive oil. That's it.
That's it. Into the oven. Wrap it with a little foil so she doesn't burn.
So we're putting the cover on so it doesn't burn. So that way then it's really going to just kind of have some really nice moisture that's going to be built inside that.
That's correct. It's essentially going to steam itself.
Okay. What's the temperature going to be set for?
We're going to do 375 for about half an hour.
Very cool. All right, and now we've got a chickpea salad.
That is correct.
All right, very cool. So what do we got to do for this?
So we're going to utilize the chickpeas that we're going to make the hummus with and make a little salad out of it as well.
Straight out of the can, rinse, not rinse, what's going on there?
So these I actually boiled myself, but you can...
Okay, so you went even farther than
Absolutely.
that. Okay.
If you soak them overnight, boil them with a little bit of baking soda, you're going to end up with a perfectly cooked chickpea. However, you can absolutely substitute canned chickpeas.
Okay, so you can absolutely use a can if you wanted to. And if you took it, you just said baking soda. What does the baking soda actually do if you were to do this on your own?
So the baking soda is going to help to release sort of the outside shell of the chickpea.
Okay.
And help it to cook faster and more evenly, and you'll end up with a very velvety finished product.
I love that, I love that. So what's going inside the bowl with it?
So we've got some diced cucumber, we've got some diced red onion, we've got some pomegranate seeds.
No, I love that you've got the pomegranate seeds here because most people think of that as just like a Christmas time, winter and only winter. No, man, you can have it any time of the year.
Especially in this cuisine.
This is common in Mediterranean cuisine.
Absolutely. And then we've got some mint and dill.
Okay.
Some parsley, some sumac, and some salt.
Sumac? What's sumac?
Sumac is a berry that is related to a cashew.
Okay.
It is very acidic. It is almost lemon-like in its flavor. It's used as dyes for garments in some places of the world. It's just a really nice way to brighten up something that needs just a touch of acid.
Okay, all right. And this is some on the side here. I want to get
correct.
right in. Ooh, that does have, you do get that little burst right there.
Yep, it's very fragrant.
Now, I mean, is this something that you can only have in the shelf for this particular dish, or is this something that you can have a little fun with?
It's fairly versatile. You can use it to make something that's called a sumac onion, which is a lightly pickled and sumac dressed onion that is a very typical condiment in Mediterranean cuisine. It also goes really good in lemonade.
And lemonade too?
That's correct.
Okay, all right. All right, and you just added a little bit of lemon juice, it looks like.
Correct.
Okay.
And now we're just gonna hit it with a little bit of olive oil.
It smells so good right now.
I'm super excited to eat this later.
Oh, I can't wait, because to have homemade hummus handy at your house, grab Chef Andrew's recipe with all the amounts and ingredients ready for you to print. DinnerDeas.com is your destination. Since I know you're half looking at your phone right now anyways, just open up the camera and scan the QR code in the corner. That just means let your camera see that box down there and a link to us will pop up right on your phone. So this is done then.
Easy peasy, real quick.
Easy peasy. Now, could this just sit here at room temperature for a little bit? Can it go in the refrigerator?
Yeah,
What's
either
next?
or. If your hummus isn't ready and it's not going to be ready for a little bit, absolutely throw a little wrap on it, put it in the fridge.
Okay.
But if your hummus is ready or close to ready, it's ready to go right now. You can just leave it out.
Fantastic. What's next?
Now we're gonna make a salad for our chicken pitas.
Okay.
We're gonna start with some shredded cabbage.
And this is just raw. This was just coming right from the grocery store, sliced fine.
That's correct.
Now, if someone wanted to, like, cut a corner, could they use like a bagged cabbage? It's already pre-sliced.
Sure,
Could they do
why
that too?
not?
Okay.
Absolutely.
So you're giving them permission.
Do it.
Do it.
If you've got a bunch of kids running around at home and you don't want to mess with cutting some cabbage, get the bag stuff.
I get it. And it looks like you cut up some cucumbers and some tomatoes there, it looks like.
Correct. Some red onion as well. And then we got more fresh herbs, dill, mint, and parsley.
Very cool.
We're going to hit it with a little bit of salt. We've got some dried oregano, some pepper. And then we're going to do some fresh squeezed lemon juice. And then hit it again with olive oil.
I love the simplicity when it comes to Mediterranean dishes because it's just like a respect for the ingredients and all of just what you're adding to it just accentuates those flavors.
Simplicity and freshness. Two huge, huge focal points of the cuisine.
Now, what's the optimal amount of oil? How do you know, like, hey, I got to keep adding, or hey, I've got enough?
It's kind of up to you, really, in this scenario. I like a lot.
Okay. Could you have too much, though?
You could.
Okay.
Really, just to kind of get everything coated is what you're looking for here.
Now, do you need a fancy oil for it?
No, you don't really. You should be using olive oil, absolutely, but you don't have to go out and buy the nicest olive oil there is.
Okay. So there's a level of approachability then with it.
Absolutely.
Very cool. So 2 salads done. Time for us to take a quick break, but when we come back, Chef Andrew's secret to making sujak. And what the heck is it? Plus, how he uses the garlic roasting away in the oven to make the best hummus. Ahead on Dinner DeeAs. Welcome back to Dinner DeeAs. If you're just joining us today, we're having some hecking wholesome hummus and learning how with Chef Andrew Bolt from Baba in St. Pete. He's sharing not 1, not 2, but 3 ways to bring this delicious dip onto your dinner table tonight with a chickpea salad with sujuk and with a chicken pita. Before the break, we got our foundation for our hummus into the oven. Some garlic cloves and olive oil on a roasting tray. That was it. Covered with tin foil. Then we did our chickpea salad, combining cooked chickpeas with cucumber, red onion, pomegranate seeds, a lemon juice, salt, sumac, plus mint, parsley, and dill. Then we did a second salad to go with our chicken pita, mixing cabbage, cucumber, tomato, red onion, and chopped parsley, mint, salt, pepper, oregano, lemon juice, and olive oil. A lot of ingredients.
It is a lot of ingredients, yep.
All approachable.
Yep.
And you can find all of them.
You sure can.
Fantastic. So what do we need to do next?
So now we're going to get started cooking our proteins. We're going to start with our chicken here. Get a little bit of neutral oil. This is canola oil. I know everyone's afraid of seed oils these days, but we're going to go in with the chicken.
Now, what type of chicken do we have here?
This is a boneless, skinless chicken thigh.
Okay.
Get that spread out into the pan. And then we have some shawarma seasoning.
Okay, so you went straight in with it. So now you're getting the seasoning. So what kind of seasoning is this?
This is shawarma seasoning.
Now, what's shawarma seasoning?
Shawarma seasoning it's honestly a different thing to a lot of people. There's many different kinds. It's sort of regional.
Okay.
So there is no real wrong answer, but if you're looking for sort of a baseline of what's in it, you've got cumin, you've got cardamom, you've got coriander, sumac is usually in there.
Okay.
And that's just a baseline. It can go a bunch of directions past that.
Now, could you find that in your local grocery store just off the shelf, or is it something you kind of got to make on your own?
You could do either. Here in Tampa, I know there's a butcher shop called Musa that sells it.
Okay.
In St. Petersburg, there is a market called Cedar Market that sells it.
Very nice. So there was no marinade. You just added all of those spices to the chicken in the pan, and now just getting a nice little toss to bring it all together.
Correct.
Okay. And then we've got our other protein here too.
So this is going to be a sujuk.
Now, what is sujuk?
Sujuk is a Turkish sausage with sujuk meaning air-dried. It's typically fermented. This is going to be a fresh version. It's just a spiced, warm spices. We got garlic, allspice, fenugreek.
Fenugreek.
Fenugreek is a different one. Not a lot of people familiar with that. If you've ever had like Hungry Jack or Aunt Jemima's,
Okay.
fenugreek is what they use to flavor fake maple syrup.
Really?
Yep.
And this was just ground beef. So, you know, there was no sausage, there's no pork. It's ground beef on this version.
Correct. Typically made with beef. Some people will make it with lamb, depending on where you're from.
Okay.
Never pork, but always garlic, cumin, Aleppo, fenugreek, allspice.
Okay.
A little salt.
I love it. Your dinner could be one or all of these dishes if you grab the recipe from our website. Visit dinnerdeas.com to get them all. Just scan the QR code on the screen to find us right on your phone. So what are we looking for here?
So with the beef, we're just looking for color, trying to get a little bit of that moisture cooked out so that it starts to sear in its own fat. Some nice caramelization, and really honestly the same thing with the chicken.
And now, is this one that you want to kind of really make fine mincing to it, or do you really actually want to have some really great texture behind it?
That is totally up to you.
Okay.
I personally love having some bigger chunks,
Yeah.
a little variety.
Okay. You know, I'll tell you what, man. The smells of the garlic roasting in that oven are just totally getting me. Now, that's going to be the base for this hummus.
Correct.
You think it's ready?
It sure is.
All right. I'll keep an eye over here.
Please.
It smells so good. All right. Now,
Carefully, not to burn yourself.
when we're thinking about hummus 101, walk us through it.
Okay. Really very simple, not that many ingredients. You've got your chickpeas, you've got your tahini, aquafaba, so that's going to be the liquid that the chickpeas are cooked in. So
Okay.
if you're cooking them yourself, you'll reserve some of that liquid. If you're getting them canned, that liquid in the can is what's considered aquafaba.
Okay.
It's got some of the proteins in it, so it helps to keep things tight.
So don't throw it away is what you're saying.
Correct, save it.
Save it.
Some bars actually use it as a replacement for egg whites in cocktails to get a foamy top, like a
So there's
whiskey sour.
So for a whiskey sour. So
Sure.
there's a lot of applications
There
that you
are.
can be able to use for it. Okay.
Absolutely.
And everything's just going straight into the food processor.
Yep, we've got olive oil, we've got garlic oil, we've got roasted garlic, lemon juice, cumin, salt, chickpeas.
We're going to spare you the thrilling TV spectacle of live food processing. That's a technical term now. And we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, it's all going to be blended up. All of these makes 3 perfect plates ready for dinner ahead on Dinner Diaz. Welcome back to Dinner Diaz. We've got hummus in the house today, which we've been making from scratch with Chef Andrew Bolt from Baba in St. Pete. And if you just tuned in, we're about to be serving it up 3 ways: with a chickpea salad, with spicy sujuk, and finally with a chicken pita. Before the break, we started on our chicken shawarma, simply sauteing diced chicken with shawarma spice and salt. That was it. Then we did some sujuk, which is typically a fermented sausage, but we made it with ground beef and spices. Then we got our roasted garlic and combined it with the cooked chickpeas, aquafaba, the chickpea liquid. That's what it is. It's the cooking water that's from the can. Don't throw it away. We added that with lemon juice, olive oil, salt, and cumin, blended it all together during the break. And, I mean, these smells are absolutely fantastic. The sights are even that much more of an incredible sight to see. The sujuk.
She's ready.
She's ready.
She's ready.
I love it, so we're going to let that be. The shawarma.
The shawarma. All we have to do is add our onions,
Okay.
and if you're into spice, use jalapenos.
Okay.
Personally, I am.
Okay, so like if you want to, you can go straight in with the jalapenos.
Absolutely.
And subject to what you want it to be.
Correct.
We'll save a little.
All right.
You save a little?
All right.
I love jalapenos.
I do too. To me, they are one of the scariest peppers because some of them are not spicy at all, and then you'll get a random one that's the spiciest thing you've ever had in your entire life.
Still good.
Very good.
All right, now, this hummus here.
All right. Final step, we've got tahini and ice.
Tahini and ice. Why didn't you put it all together all at once?
So the tahini sort of acts as a thickening and emulsifying agent.
Okay.
And if you add it at the beginning of the process, it has a tendency to overwork the motors of almost every single food processor I've ever tried to make it with.
Okay, so the ice helps kind of cool down all of that.
Break it up, give it a little bit of extra liquid.
Okay.
Ice and tahini also, it keeps it from splitting essentially, keeps it cool.
To grab Chef Andrew's recipes for this magnificent Mediterranean menu, visit dinnerdeas.com. We have all the recipes ready to download. And you can even watch the whole show over again if you missed anything. Just scan a QR code to find us.
Oh, look at that.
All right. You think it's ready?
Yeah.
What are you looking for? What's the texture? What's the consistency that you want from this?
So you kind of want it, it's almost like that thing they do at Dairy Queen.
Whoa.
With the
We're
blizzard.
going upside down.
Yeah.
It's the blizzard. This is like a blizzard test?
Yeah. If it stays on the spoon, it's perfect.
Smooth.
There you go.
Smooth. All right. Very nice. You want to start plating some bad boys up?
Sure do.
All right, let's go for it.
So we're going to take a couple of scoops. I like to use an ice cream scoop for this.
Okay. And is that like purposeful because you can be consistent with the portion size, or it's just great to be able to get it right out?
I actually honestly like it more because I have an easier time creating a pretty well with it than I do the back of a regular spoon.
Okay.
So we'll do 2 scoops in each. That's going to be roughly 8 ounces for those of you counting.
I love it. Yeah, you're right. It really does actually help you form that nice well.
It really does. There's
really-
something about it. And then we're going to take some chickpea salad, and that's going to go into one. Thank
Okay.
you. Right in the middle there.
Oh, that's absolutely beautiful. You know, it's one thing just to kind of like put it all into the bowl and just say, oh, hey, here you go, guys, have fun. Everyone's over here for your, the party at the house.
Exactly.
No. Do it right. Make the well. Put it right in the middle like that.
You deserve it.
You deserve it, folks. You deserve it.
Hand me that sujuk.
Okay, all right.
Thank you very much. And we're going to do the same thing in the second bowl with our sausage.
I love that. That is beautiful.
It smells so good.
Yeah, it really does.
All right. Now to finish those really simply, some smoked paprika around the outside.
Very nice.
A little depth, a little change in color. I'll throw some parsley on this one that has the sujuk.
Okay. Brighten that whole plate up just like that. It's just a subtle touch sometimes can take it from 1 to a 10.
And then some more of that olive oil.
Oh, stunning. Very cool. And you still have time for one more plate, my friend.
Yeah, we've got to make these pitas. So these should just tear right open, and you can do this with literally anything. It doesn't have to be a pita.
Okay.
You could do this sandwich on Wonder Bread. You could do it on a hot dog bun. You could do it in a flour tortilla.
Okay. So you could just put anything together for it.
Absolutely. So we're gonna go hummus inside.
Okay.
Some of our pita salad. And then I'm gonna snag some of this chicken.
Okay. Oh, that's awesome.
And then we top that off with a little bit of this crumbled feta.
Oh, very nice. Feta is one of my favorite cheeses.
It's one of my favorite cheeses too.
When we come back, we're hitting the hummus hard and tasting it just for you ahead on Dinner DeeAs. Welcome back to Dinner DeeAs. Chef Andrew Bolt is with us today from St. Pete's Baba to help us have some hummus, which we've homemade and served up 3 different ways, all done fresh and fast, with a chickpea salad, with sujuk, and with a chicken pita that, dude, like that one's already on the plate calling our names. I gotta go straight in for a bite of that one, and like I'm already getting like all of that little glimpse inside where it's just like, hello, you friend, like you feta cheese, you just ready.
I'm so excited.
It's all there. It's all there.
Yeah.
What do you think, man?
Every time I'm like, this just doesn't get any better.
Really?
And every time it does.
You find a way to keep going back for like, all right, that was good, but that could be better. So you think one of these is going to be better too? In that?
This is my favorite sujuk I love.
Okay, well, slide it on over, my friend. Let's go right into it. What's the way that you like to enjoy it? How do you go into it? Because I see some vegetables, I see some
I
pita chips
prefer
here.
for this one a pita chip because
Okay.
you got these bigger chunks of meat that you're just not going to get on a cucumber slice.
Okay.
Pardon my fingers.
So you're just saying go straight in for it, get it all onto it. Walk me through these flavors.
You've got creamy, you've got crunchy, you've got warm spices, you've got that fenugreek sort of peeking out in there with a little bit of almost like mapley sweetness, a little freshness from the parsley, a little smoke from the paprika.
And it's quick to make.
And not difficult
It's not difficult
at all.
Exactly.
Super, super approachable.
Thanks again to Chef Andrew. We have a link to Baba at our website, DeeAs.com, which is also where you can grab the recipes for everything we've made today. I'm Jeff Philbin. Thanks for watching, and see you next time with more Dinner Diaz.